The third IP we're going to discuss is actually on patent. So, like I said earlier on, don't confuse it with pattern. So, for any invention, either a product or process, so patent provides an exclusive right for doing something which is new or an improvement. In Malaysia, under Patent Act 1983, it defined a patent as a grant that is entitled of exclusive rights to the inventors to invent, use, or sell his or her invention in Malaysia for the maximum of 20 years from the application date. So there are patentable materials and there are also unpatentable materials, which we'll see. So patentable materials are products or processes which invention can solve technological problems, and it would give an inventor the right to stop copying or unpermitted selling of his or her work for a period of time, or technologies in this case of a lot of processes. So protection of patent in Malaysia and in a lot of other countries is generally for 20 years. So invention for patent have to fulfill certain specific conditions. So patent is not as simple as in copyright or trademark. So it must be new, it involves an inventive step or steps, and it should be applicable industrially. So as patent is of course recorded in a document, a detailed one at that, an invention must provide invention description with enough details and also claims for defining the scope of protection. So patent rights basically depend on individual or groups inventing it, because a lot of times patents is being shared by more than one people, because you probably have your own group when you invent something or processes. So when two or more people are involved in the new invention, so all of them share the patent right. How many percentage? They decide that. So when two or more people also invent the same product processes separately or individually, whether in the same country or different countries, and each one of them apply for the patent, it will be given to those having the earlier priority date. So first come, first serve. Patent has to be applied and filed, unlike copyright. So the process is very tedious and takes time. Yes and yes, from my experience last time. So the rights to a patent basically depend on the country in which it is being filed. If you want to file it worldwide, then by all means that patent, but patent search would be very long. I will tell you in a while what is patent search. So aside from protecting the value of invention, patents can also be bought, sold, or licensed to others. How? Okay, there would be in some of the slides later. Patented inventions suppress the reinvention of the same product or process as long as it is still under the warranty of the patent. It may also stimulate the development of new ideas, as it can be improved once the patent expires, but you may have to wait after 20 years. So patent owner has the exclusive right to stop others from making, using, selling, or offering for sale of the product or process of making the product that is described by the patent claims. So patent owners does not actually have the right to exploit the patented invention him or herself. So that means that if they want to improve it and whatnot, as long as it is still under the patent duration, they could not do it. Okay, he, she, or they, if they are in a group, has or have only the exclusive right to stop others from doing so. They could manipulate even their own work. Right, what can be patented? So utility patents protect inventions that are novel, non-obvious, sorry I forgot to put the hyphen there, and useful, such as processes, machines, article of manufacture of any kind, composition of matter. For example, if you have a unique design of a chair which is very ergonomic and unique, or an improvement of any of the above items, the 4 items. Now, design patents are for the new ornamental design of an article of manufacture. For example, the look of an athletic shoe or Star Wars characters. Did you know that all Star Wars characters are actually protected by design patents? So patents can be any kind, or it is actually combined with other form of IP. Among them is design, which we will discuss as the fourth IP. So plant patents, or the plant, okay, provide patent protection to asexually reproduce of any distinct and new variety of plant. But we will see it as a biotechnology aspect of patent, how this could be patented and why some of them couldn't be patented. So in Malaysia, It certified a utility improvement to a minor invention which did not meet invention steps as in patent, but it has to be new. Because sometimes you are not being granted the patent, but okay, you could also try to apply for utility improvement. So improved utility does not need to involve the inventing steps. And of course, it can be used in the industry and entitled to only an individual. So if you are working in a group, no, you couldn't apply it for utility improvement. So for utility improvement, 10 years protection from the date of application is given and can be renewed for a period of 5 plus 5 more years depending on its use. So that means that up until 20 years, depending on how long you want it protected. And patent actually doesn't have a logo or symbol. Okay, I'm just giving you kind of like just an example. Okay, but patent doesn't really have a symbol. How do you know it has been patented? Usually, sometimes after it has been patented, okay, it is followed by a brand or a trademark or a copyright. Okay, such as if it is being released as a journal, the processes. So usually they would have a statement towards the end of the journal saying that okay, it has been patented, and they would give the patent number. So patent is being denoted by patent number. Alright, so we have a lot more on patent in biotech in not the next slide, okay, the next slide. So I would just like to cover just the basic of patent over here. So more details and its application in biotech, because we are learning about biotech in this course, so we will be in more detail okay in a few other videos. So I will stop now and move on to the fourth video on the design.